Just recently the BR of the Tiger E was changed to 6.0 for realistic battles. Of course I had to give it a try and see how it will perform now. In this video I talk about how I recommend to play the Tiger E, give some general aiming tips and some map tactics. So let's start in a proper way. Before every match I ask myself, what is my BPM? For those who don't know what I am talking about right now, I linked the video with the explanation in the description of this video and in the end cards. The initial spawn cost of my Tiger E tell me that this match is at the BR 6.7. This is what B stands for in BPM. P stands for purpose of my tank I want to play. Despite being a heavy tank, we can't brawl with the Tiger E, especially not in an up tier match, so I have to play as support. M stands for map tactics. The map we got is Carpathians with domination. And this is why I have to go to the capture point A. This capture point is absolutely crucial for the outcome of the match and I pick my support route. Normally I would try to get as fast as possible behind the capture point to secure this area for my team. But there are already some light tanks on their way to this position. And this is why I switched to my support route where you need some armor. This means I will have to play more carefully and use solid cover. You can do so if you are confident with the vehicle you play and the map. My first encounter and kill is a M51. In this situation I was unlucky and lucky at the same time. I left the archway and actually angled my armor towards the position to my right. I assumed there are some enemies. Unfortunately the M51 was able to sneak up that little path. Doing so this player was able to shoot my flat front plate. Nevertheless the M51 would also have been able to penetrate my armor anyway. Still make sure to angle your armor in the Tiger E and use solid cover as often as possible. Let's use the remaining repair time to take a look at the minimap. The enemy has the other two capture points in my team and I aren't making much progress. But we have the control of the area around the capture point A. In the rest of this video you can see why this capture point is so important for the outcome of any match on this map. When I play the Tiger E as support I need to play it from the second row, go hull down and angle my armor. In addition I need to use solid cover as often as possible and peek and boom out of cover. You want to keep in mind that you have no relevant armor for this BR. Your best chance is to shoot on the side armor of hostile tanks and give them a hard time at aiming on your weak spots. When an enemy is looking at your position, use the good mobility and relocate with the Tiger E. In a situation like this you can use stadiometric range finding, or the distance to the capture point to get the right distance. We have the control over the capture point on the hill. Now it is time to move on. I move through the archway but angle the Tiger E around the corner. I only peek around the archway and don't expose too much of my side armor. I have to assume that there is no enemy to my right side on the hill, because I can't hear any engine sounds and my team is beyond the capture point A. This gives me the chance to focus on the enemies below the capture point A. My other teammate on the support route is already at their third key position and gives the enemy a hard time to climb the hill again, so I have to catch up and help. In this situation I refuse to back up into solid cover. The reason is that I can see that the enemy is focused on my teammates in front of him. The M18 has to switch crew members, so I bought myself some time. My next shot is on the IS-1. Overall this was a bit of a gamble because I didn't even angle my armor towards the M18. But time is crucial since there are so many enemies below the hill that refuse to check if there is an enemy at the capture point A. Next tank and again stadiometric range finding helps me to get the distance fast. You can see that the tank doesn't fit between the two 4 mils marks and sticks out a little. This means the distance is below 750 meters and this is why I aim for 600 meters. A quick look on the minimap shows me that my teammate on the support route was destroyed and there is only one more teammate left on the hill. This is why I have to check if the enemy is trying to push the hill again, so I move to my third key position on this map. I use the archway as solid cover to my left and slightly angle the tank. After I took out the enemy that was on his way to the hill I can hear another Russian engine sound to my left, so I have to back up and oversee the capture point B again. As before the enemy does not focus on the hill but only on the area in front of him. I can play more risky, push some enemies and ignore solid cover. It is late in the match and I am close to getting the nuke, so I drop down to the capture point B. After another kill and getting the point I got destroyed. I had to get a few more points with the anti-air to be able to drop the nuke. I will leave you now with the cinematic drop of the nuke. Be aware, I increased the volume of the game a little. I hope I was able to give you some tips for the Tiger E at 6.0 and how you can win this map.